How's it, creatives? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to dive into the fascinating world of logo design. Whether you're starting a new business or looking to refresh your brand, a well-designed logo is essential. We'll explore the fundamentals of logo design, discuss best practices, and introduce you to an online AI tool called LUCA.com. So let's get into it. Before we delve into the practical aspects, let's understand the fundamentals of logo design. A logo serves as a visual representation of a brand, conveying its personality, values, and identity. It should be simple, memorable, and versatile. To achieve this, designers consider factors like color, typography, shape, and symbolism. Now that we know the basics, let's discuss some of the best practices for creating an effective logo. First, simplicity is key. A clutter-free design makes it easier for your audience to recognize and remember your brand. Second, ensure scalability. Your logo should look great whether it's displayed on a small business card or a massive billboard. Third, consider color psychology. Different colors evoke specific emotions, so choose hues that align with your brand's message. Now, I'm going to introduce you to LUCA.com. LUCA.com is an AI-powered logo maker that simplifies the logo design process, and it helps you to create professional logos in a shorter period of time. Keep in mind, logo design should take a period of time because you need to consider factors like target audience, color, the basics of and the fundamentals we spoke about. So, in general, use this tool to help you create the logo, but don't use it as a tool to just pump out logos, because obviously with AI you don't know what it could be referencing or pulling information from, so you could be in danger of plagiarism. So keep it as a tool to help you figure out what you want and how you want it and how you want it to look. That's what this video is going to be about. So I'm going to show you what it looks like, what the website's like, and then maybe go into a little bit of a tutorial to show you how I made my company logo. Okay, let's get into it. Just a quick disclaimer, I am not affiliated or sponsored by LUCA. I just want to showcase this tool because I've recently come across it and I've used it in some of my projects. And I think it's a good tool to at least figure out the direction you want your brand to go in. So yeah, I'm going to take you through this. Pretty simple. It's LUCA.com, LOOKA.com. I'll have the link in the description below. Okay, so let me take you through it. So essentially, this tool allows you to create a logo, and it can put it on a bunch of different things for you, so you can showcase it and see how it looks. And it takes information you put in to generate you something that you like. So essentially, all you do is you pretty much get started by adding a company name. So it can be anything you want, and then it will take you through different processes where you put a slogan in, where you put in what colors you want, what feelings you want, and styles and all that kind of jazz. I'm gonna show you how I used my logo, or the logo I came up for my business, how I went through it. So let's get into it. I initially started with figuring out the name I wanted, and my name aligns with my company values. My company is called Fuckit.com. It's FUKCIT, and that means the fundamental meaning of Vercel.com is fun, unmatched, knowledgeable creations, international talent. So fuck it. So it's technically fuck it creative, but yeah. Fuck it. Sorry, it's like this. Creative. So essentially I just put in the company name in there, and now it would ask you, you know, what industry you're in. So specifically, I am in a design industry, a design agency, and then it asks you what styles you want, you know, how the different ones that you associate yourself with, your brand, what colors you want, the style, all that kind of jazz. I'm just going to pick some random ones really that I prefer. So I'm going to pick a few here just to essentially get it all generated. And then I'm going to go from there. So the colors that I wanted. So I have green and grayscale. I do also have purple. And then a slogan I made myself for the company. Design with purpose. It's too long, but it's fine. Design with purpose and create with passion. That is my company slogan. And then essentially this is the symbols that you want. You don't need symbols, but I'm gonna pick symbols just for the sake of it, so you can see, you know, how it works. Marketing, digital, abstract, creativity, idea. So it's picked some colors. These aren't on point. It's busy generating now essentially what the information you've put in. These are actually pretty good. Let's see here. So it's done some pretty cool things here. Yeah, you'll have to sign in, but I'm just gonna continue as a guest for this purpose of the video. Let's continue here and just see. It looks like, from what I've tested, you can generate as many as you want. These are some pretty cool things. Okay, all right, I'm gonna let it stop there for a moment, and then I'm gonna pick something to show you then what the extent of this tool does. I like this one, so I'm gonna pick this one. The first thing it does is it takes you through to what your brand could look like. It gives you a cool full color palette, your stationery, your online presence and business card and all that jazz, which is really cool. So you can actually see it in action and live, and it gives you different inversions of it, what it could look like on business cards, you know, t-shirt, apparel, signage. All this is very useful. You do need, if you do want to go further in this and actually purchase this brand kit, you can upgrade. I specifically don't. I think this tool is really just good for you to get an understanding of what you want and how you want it. So again, full disclaimer, I suggest don't use these. Go and make it yourself. Take inspiration from everything that you've generated here, so you have a good structure point, because generally in logo design you would essentially have drawings, and you would have discussions and ideation processes and figuring out how you want it to look. This kind of speeds that process up a little bit. It's not perfect, but it's a good starting point in my opinion. So yeah, what you can do from here then is essentially you can edit all of these aspects of the logo. So let's say you don't want an icon, then you can delete it. And let's say you want this font center-lined with your copy. That's cool, you can do that too. You can also select different font styles, which is really cool, so you can see where you want your logo to go and how it looks in different styles. You know, even if you specifically want a fuller size and you want it all caps, and you can see this slogan is a bit small too, so you can also enlarge this over here, and you can see what that looks like and how that interacts with it. And then what you can do too is if you click on the colors, it will give you the same kind of thing. It will suggest different colors for you, but you can essentially like let's say you want to change the background. So we're going to go here to the background, and then you can change the background. So I picked like black, dark gray, and then for the font, background. So I picked black, dark gray, so you can choose something like that. And then for the font itself, you can go in here and it gives you gradients and colors already. So you can select whatever you want essentially to make what you want. Color too, if you wanted to add things on here on the left hand side, if you decide, okay, maybe I do want a symbol, then it actually suggests a bunch of symbols for you, and you can add it in. And you can do containers too, different containers, and how the font looks, and we'll give you more ideas over here. It will give you different color palette styles, so if you're not so keen on what you've picked, this will generate you different styles, so it could maybe help you a bit more on what you want to line your brand identity with. And then again, it just goes back to your suggestions, and then you can preview it. So when you're finished, you can preview all of it again, see the changes you've made, and then share it. And then over here, it will show you the full brand kit. And then obviously, if you upgrade, you can then download the whole kit as you need it, which is really useful. But it could be very expensive. So now, once this is done, and you want to actually design your logo, so this is more if you have a designer already, or if you are your own designer, I would suggest that you take your example and you put it into Illustrator or wherever you design your logos, or give it to your designer and say, I want something like this, or I'm going to do something like this, and we're going to make it a bit better, more aligned to the brand. So that's pretty much it. That's how I kind of approach my logo design for my company, and I'll quickly show you now what my actual logo looks like here. Okay, so this is what I essentially made. This is my company logo. I took a lot of inspiration from what I made. So initially, this is the logo that was generated for me, and even though it was decent, it wasn't finished, and I had to make a lot of changes to it and make sure that I like it and it aligns with my company brand and what I wanted it to mean. So I eventually just came up with this. So fuck it, creative. Unfortunately, there is a spelling error, but yeah, it's just design of purpose and creative passion. That's pretty much it for this video. If you like this video and you want to see some more, leave me a like and subscribe, and please leave me a comment down below if there's anything else you would like to see. But yeah, that's how you make a logo. The fundamentals are pretty straightforward, but always make sure that you do your own work and that you don't plagiarize any person or in this case artificial intelligence work. So yeah, thank you very much for the video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.